Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is my first video, so I thought I'll share some of my K-pop opinions with you guys. Some of them might be popular while others may be unpopular opinions. Let's not waste any more time and just get into the video. Number 1. Stage presence and live singing is important. As a trained dancer, a lot of you all's faves have absolutely no stage presence. Many of them either look extremely awkward on stage or look like they're bored. Which might look fine on video because music shows always have really fancy camera work. But if you ever go to see one of those groups live, it'll just feel like you're watching a bunch of statues move around. Another thing that makes this worse is how a lot of K-pop groups don't sing live anymore. I can understand why, and it's because a lot of groups have very hard dances. But I still think it's just a bit bizarre how a group like kpop, who are known for having two of the best 4th-gen vocalists, haven't sung a single performance live. There are some groups like Billy where everyone has amazing stage presence, or groups like Stacy where they sing live for most of their performances. But most groups are unfortunately not like them. Having no stage presence can maybe be fine as long as the group sings live. And if a group is performance oriented and everyone has great energy and stage presence, then live singing isn't needed. But there's this new trend in K-pop where groups have none of the two, and I personally think that's the recipe for having really bad live performances. Number 2. I'm tired of hearing you all's rap opinions, because it's very obvious that y'all know nothing about it. A lot of K-pop stans have no respect for rap and hip-hop as genres, which is why y'all will hype up the most mediocre and honestly just downright bad K-pop rappers. K-pop companies should also do better by finding trainees that are actually interested in rap, and are able to write their own raps, instead of just giving their weakest vocalist the main rapper position. A good rap verse can really elevate a song, while a bad one can completely ruin it. Another thing K-pop fans don't understand is that speed doesn't equal a good rapper. It doesn't matter if you're the fastest K-pop rapper, if you don't have a good and unique flow, tone, great breath control and lyrics, then you're not a good rapper. Number 3. It's unethical for minors to debut. If you've ever watched a survival show like Produce 101, then you've probably seen how a lot of the trainees have literally sacrificed their childhoods and dropped out of middle school, only to never make it in the K-pop industry. The K-pop industry is incredibly toxic and not a good environment for anyone, but especially not minors. K-pop idols and trainees have to go through everything from inhumane diets, to over-sexualization and stressful schedules. Minors are also not mature enough to be able to sign 7-year contracts, which will impact their lives a lot. That's why I personally think the minimum age for trainees should be 15, while K-pop idols should only be allowed to debut if they've graduated high school. Number 4. JYP focused way too much on making the new Next Level instead of making a song that fits the mix members, and that is why the song wasn't well received. Mix should have debuted with a song that showed off the members' vocals more, while having a B-side that shows off their dance skills. If they had a debut like this, then it would have been way better received. Number 5. Groups randomly having lore is making K-pop way less fun. I personally love it when groups have lore, but only if it was intentional from the start. When I saw that Weekly was suddenly going to have a complete concept change, and also get a lore, I cringed so much, because it's very obvious that this was never the original plan. Having a badass girl crush concept with a name like Weekly just feels so unserious. It's obvious that the company saw how successful groups like Luna are, and wanted to join the trend. So they just started putting random symbolism, that probably doesn't really mean anything in the MV, so that fans can make theories. The group that is the best at incorporating their lore into their MVs is probably Billy. They always release those short movies before a comeback, then continue it in the MV. If Weekly did something like this from the start, then I wouldn't really care. Number 6. Sending Kepler to Queendom was a mistake. They literally just came from a survival show, only have 3 songs, and are going to disband in a couple of years. It could have sent any other group like Everglow or Dreamcatcher. Number 7. Line distributions matter. Imagine going through extremely hard training for years to become an idol, for you to only sing for 6 seconds of a song, and have even less screen time in the music video. Some idols are basically just backup dancers for the main characters of the group, and I feel really bad for them. because I'm sure that it destroys their confidence a lot. Having little screen time will also make you an unpopular member. I remember watching iKON's reality show when they were going out in public to see if people recognized them. A member named Yeonhyun was pushed and ignored by Bobby's fangirls so they could get a picture with him. That episode made me feel really bad for him and also made me realize that when you have little presence in the group when it comes to lines and screen time, that most people really won't know you. And I'm sure that hurts a lot for unpopular idols. It also makes no sense from the company's perspective, because training idol costs a lot of money, so why would you just waste it for that person to become a glorified backup dancer? I don't think every member should get the exact same amount of lines. But a lot of line distributions are just ridiculous. Well, those were all my opinions. Make sure to like and subscribe. And comment if you agreed or disagreed with any of my opinions. Bye. I'll see you all next time.